What we have here is the Lego Simpsons playset. This is a fairly inclusive kit. It retails for $200 US, and it includes everything you see in this picture, except for the ground. You get the family car, the family home with all furnishings. You get Maggie, you get Homer, Marge, Ned, Lisa, and Bart. You also get all the lawn furniture and Bart's ramp. Again, it is all inclusive. So for $200, you get quite a bit of stuff. 2,523 pieces to be exact. That's that's a lot of stuff. But anyway, when this kit came out back in 2014, it really got me excited. I'm like, yeah, I had planned on getting it at some point, but the $200 price tag was just a little bit more than I'm willing to spend for something I do not need. So when my parents saw this at Legoland for the first time, they didn't know this kit was around. They brought my nephew down there to Legoland in Massachusetts somewhere. They immediately thought of me when they saw this, so they picked one up and gave it to me on my 33rd birthday, which was a pleasant surprise. I'm like, well, it's not something I would have bought for myself, but I have been wanting one, so thank you very much. But anyway, so yeah, that's how I got it. And I've already built it. But this is the empty box, which I need to get rid of. And let's take a look at the kit. And here it is. So, this was the first Lego kit I have ever built. When I was growing up, I did have Legos, but they were just the mixed, assortment of bricks and other items and such. I got my first Lego set when I was 4, and like I said, it was just a bucket of Legos. It wasn't a theme or licensed kit for any particular anything. And that was back in 1988? Yeah, that would have been in 1988 that I got my first Lego set. And I got so much enjoyment out of that. I built stuff out of Legos until I was about, I don't know, 12? At least 12. But what I would do is I would rip it all apart, put it all back in the bucket, and then, build something else. My parents weren't loaded, so I couldn't just build something and leave it and then buy more bricks, and no, it wasn't like that. I just did whatever. Anyway, short story long, this is the completed house. You've got the garage, the dwelling, we've got the mailbox, 2 lawn chairs, and the wheelbarrow with a potted flower in there, and here's Bart's ramp for his skateboard. There are some accuracy issues with this model. It does not reflect the true layout of the Simpson home at all. In the Simpson home, on the TV show, of course, the living room is over here, as evidenced by this window that should be right about here or so, where Homer often sees Ned walking past his fence or what have you. So the living room should be over here. It should have a dining room. There should be a room behind the garage called the rumpus room, and there should be a room above the garage, which I believe is possibly Maggie's room. And as soon as I pull the roof panels off, you'll see exactly what I mean. So let's take the roof off. It's designed to just set right on the model. It's got these bump outs that hold it in place. So looking at the top floor, bird's eye view, this is what we've got. We've got Homer and Marge's room, which is also Maggie's room. So she's sharing a room with her parents in this particular rendition. Here is the bathroom. We've got a sink, a shelf next to the vanity. We've got a mirror, toilet paper roll, shower, and interestingly enough, the shower head is a repurposed pistol. I love that. Over here we have, this is Lisa's room, and we've got her vanity, mirror, and everything there. We've got her desk. That actually is her desk. We've got her bookcase, A functioning magnifying glass is on the bookcase for some reason. We've got a lamp on a nightstand. Well, we'll get a better view of it in a minute. There's her jazz poster. And of course, we've got Bart's room, which is behind Lisa's room. I'll rotate the model around. Get a better view of that. Here's the back of the house. Now, Bart's room, of course, is pretty well accessorized. We have a vanity with a nightstand with a lamp that is made out of a repurposed sausage. We've got his bed, pillow and all, skateboard, and his desk with a cup and a copy of Radioactive Man. Behind the desk is a bulletin board. Now, one thing that surprised me was the level of detail that goes into these Lego kits, because I didn't expect so much detail in all of these objects, and it really surprised me that, you know, it really caught me off guard. I did not expect that. I mean, we even have an open drawer in the desk. I mean, why? Because we can, I guess. So on the bookshelf we have some books. We've got, I don't know what that is, we've got a radio with an antenna. With an antenna. Here is Bart. He's on the landing over here, and he has a pistol. For some reason, this model includes about a dozen pistols. So, I found that bizarre. Okay, so here we have the other side of Homer and Marge's room, and you've got two nightstands. We've got a cocktail glass with cherries. Why not? And we've got a basket for some reason on Marge's nightstand. Now, on the back here we have a gas grill, complete with sausage. Actually, the sausage that Ned is holding is supposed to be on the grill, but it's not. And we've got, here's Lisa with a pistol in her hand, and Ned with a sausage in his hand. Because, why not? And the back door. Now, for those of you familiar with the layout of this house as it's supposed to be, you'll know that there are some accuracy issues here. And Maggie's room is missing. She should have her own room. And I'd have to look at a floor plan. I know there's a few of them floating around the internet to confirm where things are supposed to be, but this is definitely not accurate. Okay. Now the chimney is also a hinge point for the entire model. The entire thing opens up. But before we do that, I want to show you how this room lifts right off. Just like that. And this brings us down to the living room. And there's Marge vacuuming the floor. You've got our television set. Again, accuracy is not really here because the way this model is designed, the TV is in the wrong spot. It should be flat against the wall in this side of the house, but hey, we're not going to nitpick. I'm just glad somebody had the thoughtfulness to turn this house into an actual buildable kit. I think that's pretty cool. We'll get to the garage in a minute and the family sedan. So we're going to open up the model. Hinges open like that. It took me several hours to build this. I would say about four or 5 hours, I think, to build this kit to the completion level that you see. It is complete, completely done. Now in here we have the family room and dining room area. So in the real Simpson house, I use the term real loosely, but in the real house, there is a separate dining room. They have two tables. They have a kitchen table and a dining room table. And of course, given the size and probably cost target of this particular model, they could not include all of that. They would have had to make the model bigger with more bricks and more furniture, and it would have cost more than $250 or so. Here is the family room and the other side of the kitchen. The kitchen is split between the two halves. And if you close the model up, this becomes a continuous set of cabinets, but because it's opened like this, it's split apart. So yeah, the kitchen table is included, but not the dining room table. And there's that. We got our 4 kitchen chairs, all made out of Lego. This piano is quite interesting. It includes keys, music, and foot pedals. All made out of mostly repurposed bricks from Lego's. Lego's inventory of different bricks for other models. Now the detail continues even further into the kitchen. This is our range. It includes a pot of water or something. It snaps right in there. And then we've got a bowl. Now all of these little artifacts can be moved or removed from the model as needed. Like I've got a mixer and a knife clipped to the back wall of the kitchen over there. All of these drawers actually open up. And one of these drawers I put a bunch of silverware. Yeah, this one. I put some forks in there. Little plastic forks. The upper cabinets do open as well. They're made out of, they're actually clear. Those doors open up, and you can put objects in there as well. Here's our piano bench, our kitchen chairs. Put those right in there. They do fit around the table, but it's kind of cramped. Oh, I just pulled the fork out of the... There we go, put it back in the bowl. So there's the other view of the living room. The phone is over there next to the couch, along with another cocktail glass with cherries in it. And that brings us to the garage. So we're going to take the roof off the garage, where we'll see Homer and his, I believe, Croatian-built car. Is it Croatia? I think it was Croatia. Here it is. And that's just a standard old Lego car. The doors actually do open, as does the trunk. And there's a spare tire in there. That tire actually was, I think it was an extra tire, but it fits the wheelbarrow. So, the car has some pretty interesting details. It has an antenna, movable mirrors, headlights, taillights, a crinkled fender, just like the real one in the show. It includes the fuel rod, the nuclear fuel rod that bounces around in the introduction of the show. And yeah, the wheels are on backwards. They actually go the other way around. That's how it's shown in the drawings, but I screwed that up. They're supposed to go on like this. So yeah, let me fix that right quick. They don't really pop off easily, do they? Anyway, so yeah, I'll fix that later. In the garage, we have a push broom clipped to the wall. We have a workbench with a toolbox and a vise. We have a kind of a storage area with paint cans, some hand tools that are on this little mock pegboard thing. Now, this doesn't secure well to the floor. Oops. There's all the hand tools that go into this little tool chest. Yeah, it doesn't secure well because of the way it's designed. It tends to be kind of loose, that workbench thingy. But anyway, yeah, the door opens and closes, of course. Now, in terms of issues building this model, I found that I was missing a few pieces, just a couple, and I'm going to order those pretty quickly. There's a way you can order replacement parts directly from Lego, and that is what I'm going to do. But the parts that I was missing were in various stages of the build process, but I was able to substitute other parts in various areas. For example, under the landing and the stairwell here, there should be a full-sized Lego brick right across here, but that piece was missing I could just take any old Lego brick and stick it there and no one would ever know, but you know, I'm going to order the correct colored one. I was missing one of these little full height two position bricks that belongs right here. Instead, I got one with a hook on it. I'll have to get that swapped out as well. What else was I missing? There were a few other pieces that weren't here, like one or two. Oh, yes. Above the range, what would be the upper cabinet above the range, like that right there. Those mock doors should be orange, but I was missing one of those orange cap bricks to put on that, so I'll have to order one of those. I think that was it. I think that was all I was missing. But, you know, in a puzzle that, well, what is really a large puzzle with nearly 2,500 pieces, you're bound to be missing one or two. So, that's that. I think that's all I'm missing, which is pretty good. Now, there are some improvements that could be made to this. Like, for example, if they made a see these little cap bricks that are designed to block off the locking nubs. If they were to put those on the couch, on the arms and the back, I think that would look nicer. You know, of course, it would be cool if they made a version of this model that was true to life, like actually an accurate representation of the house. But again, I'm not going to nitpick because I'm just glad this exists. Just trying to put my little wrenches in. These right here, these should be molded in gray, not black. These tools should be gray. I don't know why they're black. I'm not sure what purpose of that would be. Maybe it was cheaper. Who knows? Power drill. Now these tools, Homer can actually hold these tools, or anyone, any of the minifigures can hold them. But yeah, so there's that. What else? I think that's pretty much it. So future plans. I'd like to add some LED lighting to this, and the way I'm going to do it is by making my own lighting kit. It's not like it's hard or anything. Just get a couple of small. I would do like a yellow or I would do yellow LEDs to be more of a warm light than a harsh white light, and I would put them in every room using as thin of a wire as I can come up with that could be hidden, you know, within these channels or something like that. And I will have to modify or drill into some of the bricks with a small drill bit. I mean, yeah, that's going to hurt the value, but I mean, once you open the kit, the value is pretty much taken away anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. These kits do become valuable. I read somewhere that they are actually an interestingly lucrative form of investment, which is unbelievable. But because once these kits become discontinued, they skyrocket in value, especially if they're a desirable one. Whether the Simpsons house will ever become a collector's item, I think it actually might. But if it ever does, you know, mine will be worthless because it's been opened. But I didn't get this to not build it. I told my parents that I would absolutely build it because they wanted me to. They're like, you got to build it. I'm like, I will build it. I did. Here it is. But yeah. Lego as a form of investment. I never would have thought for a minute that would ever be reality. But anyway, I think it's a really cool kit. I'm glad I got this because it was a lot of fun to build. My first Lego kit built from start to finish. Yeah. Hey, how does that fits on there, right? Okay, good. But anyway, so future plans, LED lighting, and I'm going to put it on a green base plate, and I'm going to try to do some landscaping, I think. And that green base plate will have to be mounted on wood to give it some rigidity. But that's what I'd like to do with it. And I also want to get the Quickie Mart as well. There's a kit, there's a Quickie Mart kit that is pretty inclusive, and it would look really nice next to this house. And maybe it'll become a new hobby of mine. Maybe I'll buy more kits and start building more of them. I'm not into Star Wars, so it's going to be hard finding kits that are, you know, kind of universal, or just, you know, maybe some historical buildings. That'd be neat. I think they have one of the Guggenheim Museum, which is a really beautiful building, but yeah. I know there's some Frank Lloyd Wright Lego kits out there. I believe one of the buildings is like the Falling Waters building, or house. I think it's called Falling Waters. I believe that's available as a Lego kit. I think that'd be kind of fun to build. But anyway, so that's it. That's my Simpson house. And these are the extra pieces. One of them is actually a Lego extractor tool that I never built. You're supposed to use this to remove Legos that you've misplaced or put in the wrong spots. I ended up using a precision screwdriver, but there's a couple of extra. There's also some additional houseware items: pans, bowls, plates, some more pistols. Gotta have your pistol. There's an extra faucet in there for some reason. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. That doesn't go in the bathroom, does it? No, I don't think it does. No, it doesn't go there. I thought that'd be kind of neat if it did, but it doesn't. What else do we have? I got an extra antenna that I don't need. And for some reason, this house has an air conditioner. I don't recall the Simpsons house ever having a split AC, but if it did, that's where they put it. I thought that was a little bizarre. I don't ever recall seeing a split air conditioner on the Simpson house. But there it is. And that's going to conclude our video. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I misplaced that. Lisa's report card. She's supposed to be holding it. Yes. Lisa's report card. I gotta clip that to her hand, wherever the hell I put her. Oh, she's out in the backyard shooting Ned Flanders. Never mind. Anyway. That's it for now. Oh yeah, and there's no refrigerator, which is kind of a crucial piece of the Simpsons story, because, I mean, that's usually, that's been a subject of many episodes. I don't know why there's no fridge, but anyway. Until then.